Now, two police officers accused of killing Samantha Radebe will return to court on the 29th of this month. Radebe was shot in the chest, you might remember, after getting off a taxi in January. She was allegedly caught in the crossfire between police and suspects. A probe then by the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, found that Radebe was shot and killed by a bullet from a police firearm. Earlier, eNCA reporter Masego Rahlaga was at the two officers' first court appearance. She's in the newsroom. Masego, good afternoon to you. What transpired?
Well, if we start from the beginning, Jeremy, Samantha Radebe was coming back home from work. She had just gotten off a taxi in Alexandra and she was going home. And police officers were apparent, according to a police statement, is that they were chasing suspects in a stolen vehicle, and a shootout ensued and one of the straight bullets hit her in the heart. She was literally about 3 meters away from her house, so she was almost home. So that's what, has the family so distraught. Also, the fact that on that day was her son's first day at school. She has 2 young children, a 6-year-old boy and a 1-year-old little girl. The 6-year-old, it was his first day at school, and she had just called her husband and mother-in-law asking them not to take him out of his school uniform just yet, because in the morning she had left so early. She didn't see him in his school uniform. So she had just called them, Jeremy, to ask them to please just keep him in his school uniform because she wants to see him. She's on her way back home. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So this was January. The police minister, of course, went to go visit the family about a week or so after the murder. IPID was then roped in to investigate, and 9 months later, finally, the wheels of justice are starting to turn.
It is a heartbreaking story. You referenced the family. I think I'm correct in saying that you did speak to them. You can set some video up for us.
Yes, that's definitely right, Jeremy. We spoke to the family. What they're concerned about, Jeremy, is the fact that the 2 police officers accused of murdering Samantha and the attempted murder of another man. There was another man that was shot in the stomach. He lived, but, is still, living in he's in a difficult condition after that shooting. And the family feels as though, they're being let down by the fact that the 2 police officers are still employed by the SAPS. They still work at that Alexandra police station, meaning they still roam around that same community where they allegedly killed this man's wife, Samantha Radebe. So that's what they are concerned about. But here is the family spokesperson about how they feel with the wheels of justice finally starting to turn.
It worries us that we still see them roaming the streets. They're still out there. But like I said, justice will prevail and they will be brought to book.
And we have to ask, don't we, how her 2 young children and her husband are doing?
Well, definitely, Jeremy, they are not okay at all. The husband was with us in court. He, in fact, was sitting right behind me. Ordinarily, he would be able to speak to me over the phone. But, he wasn't able to speak today, especially seeing those 2 police officers that are accused of taking away his wife from him and their 2 young children. They were married for 30 days, Jeremy. On the day that Samantha passed away or was killed, it was their 1-month anniversary. So he's not doing okay at all. The children still ask questions. They were very young. Her little girl is 1 year old, and she has also apparently been wondering where her mother is. But of course, the elders say they can't really give them an answer. But here is the spokesperson of the family again speaking to me when I asked him exactly how the children are doing.
It's been difficult, Masego. The kids are still asking questions. The family is there to support. Everybody's there to play their role. But it's difficult. No one can ever replace the mother. No one can ever take that place. 30 days into their marriage, they were still in honeymoon phase. It was still those glory days in their marriage. He's still in pain. I think seeing the 2 accused in court brought a lot of pain, I think not only to him, but to the whole family.
It is a heartbreaking human tragedy. Masego Rahlaga with the report. Thank you.